What if Charles Oliveira had never pulled out of UFC 294? Charles was scheduled to rematch Islam Makhachev in Abu Dhabi. It was the fight everyone wanted, and he was coming off that huge win over Beneil Dariush. Momentum was on his side. Then 11 days before the fight, disaster. Charles suffers a deep cut over his right eye during a final sparring session. He's forced to pull out, and just like that, the main event is in jeopardy. And that's when Alexander Volkanovski decided to step in. Volk took the fight on 11 days notice with no proper camp, and he had just come back from a holiday. He hadn't fought since losing to Islam earlier that year at UFC 284, but he still showed up and he paid the price. In the first round, Islam landed a head kick that knocked Volk out cold. The pound for pound king was flatlined in front of the Abu Dhabi crowd. It was his first KO loss ever, and it changed everything. Volk later admitted he wasn't in the best place mentally and even said that he needed the fight to stay busy. But imagine if Charles had never got cut. We would have seen a fully prepared Oliveira with momentum, confidence and a full camp going to war with Islam Makhachev. We might have seen a completely different fight compared to the first one, as Charles had already felt Islam's power, and that second fight could have been a war. If Charles had won, it would have been one of the greatest comebacks in UFC history, and if he lost again, it might have been the end of his title hopes for good, and he probably wouldn't have faced Ilia Topuria. Most importantly, we might have never have seen Volk get head kicked. So that one cut changed everything.